Horlicks Network 18, Mission Poshan, Bhavishya Roshan.
A very good morning. Welcome to Chartbusters. Well, we thought we'll have a green Monday morning, but in fact, the markets are as flat as can be. Just a few stocks doing well. We have Hotel Leela. They're considering issue of shares to JM Financial ARC, and that explains why, in fact, that stock is up close to around 5%. Otherwise, nothing really to look at in terms of green on the screen. More or less, the markets are flattish. HDFC Bank was supposed to be the big stock this morning. Mangalam, we were debating whether or not it's going to be Dhoni or Sehwag. What is it?
Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma of the Mumbai IPL team this season. But tell you what, that's HDFC Bank for you. In the past, it has played really well. So we'll keep an eye out on that one. The bigger worry is maybe the FIs, they have to square off the positions, all the excess buying that has been done or not. How much of it was in the price or not? It moved a lot last time, right? You know,
Mangalam, on Friday's trading session, towards the end, people are talking that HDFC Bank will be, will be BTST. Right. You know, you buy it, and in fact, you'll sell the next day. Today, they were saying by the end of trade, it could be STBT.
Okay.
But it seems, in the first start of trade only, the selling pressure did come about. The stock opened up 2.5%, and from there, it did see some selling pressure. Let's see where it ends. Last week, it did see a bit of a move.
Absolutely. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But a couple of things, for the Nifty, the point from where we recovered was the 20-day moving average, the erstwhile resistance for the markets as far as the up move is concerned. So usually when we cross that at the lower end, that proves to be a bit of a support, and perhaps that's something that's playing out. We'll ask Ashwini the same as well, right?
Yeah, Mangalam. And what about the crisscross lines? That's something that you have been tracking for in the morning. We had the green lines that were way ahead. The number of stocks advancing were way ahead than the number of stocks that were declining. They just touched each other.
They came in for a bit of a quick affair,
and they just let each other go.
So now, okay, I wouldn't comment on that right now because we're just off the weekend. First up, all the top stories that we're tracking at this point in time. Dr. Reddy's, that one is the top gainer on the Nifty in an otherwise weak market. Zero observations for the Srikakulam API SEZ plant. That is what explains the up move.
And HDFC Bank is 4% off the highs today. The FIs can buy more than 4 crore shares today. But remember, any excess buying needs to be squared off in the next 5 working days post today's close.
Tech Mahindra, that one's in focus today. The management tells CNBC TV18 margins will improve going forward. Adds that they will continue to look at stressed assets to acquire them for growth.
And Whirlpool gains in today's trading session on news that it'll acquire 49% in Ilika, India for around 160 crores. Nirmal Bang reiterates their buy rating on the stock with the target price of around 1,780 rupees per share. Well, we've seen a good recovery actually from the low point of the day. Just take a look at the mid-cap index. We were struggling in trade. Now, in fact, it's been a massive recovery actually. The mid-cap index is as flat as can be. It's recovered more than 120 points from the low point of the day. A few stocks that have bounced back up. Jet Airways, that stock has bounced up. So let's pull up the intraday chart over there. We have Voltas as well, that's seen a bit of an up move. So good to see a bit of a recovery. Otherwise, the mid-cap and the small-cap space, that's not really been the place where you've made any kind of money. But let's find out whether or not on this sort of a bounce, you should be buying, you should be looking to, short into the Nifty. Ashwini joins us. Ashwini, what's the trade on the Nifty as of now?
See, I think a lot of excess buying already happened on HDFC Bank last week. So that way now Bank Nifty will tend to be a bit weaker because, these things don't happen with announcements that X will buy 4 crore shares. He will buy when the prices are, right. So when you have this sort of logic running in the market, this was waiting to happen. The other problem is that the market breadth all through last week was very weak. So in a market that's heading higher, you can't have the broader market fall by the wayside and every day you open one window and close the other window and hope that large caps will lead the market higher. So my sense is that whatever rally that you are seeing intraday should be used to sell because the momentum of at least the mid caps is clearly down, and as large caps run out of news, chances are they will also go down. We've seen global cues, etc., don't tend to matter beyond 15 minutes. So having said that, use this rally to create shorts.
Okay.
Balrampur Chini is a sell with a stop of 72, target of 65. BOB is a sell with a stop of 136, target of 128. And Vedanta is a sell with a stop of 252, target of 236.
All right, Ashwini, the Friday stocks are moving on a Monday. Just pull up something like a United Spirits. That one is at the high point of the day, along with beers as well. United Breweries at the high point of the day. And usually we talk about this one on a Friday. Page Industries, that one too has moved to the high point of the day. Any views there, Ashwini?
See, if rate cycle is heading higher, then everything rate oriented is going to go down, and you'll have your 25 consumption stocks which will continue to move up. So you basically know where the money is getting attracted and where it's coming out from. So these stocks will continue to perform, but the rest of the market, infrastructure, domestic stories, etc., they will continue to face pressure.
All right, and what about any of these aviation stocks? Don't like them still. Crude is still high, but Jet Airways has halved from the recent peak. Ashwini, any signs of it bottoming out, or just travel? Don't look at the stock.
Well, travel is also getting expensive, but I would much rather buy them when crude cools off.
Okay.
If you get into something that has a headwind, then it's anyway difficult for the stock to move beyond a point. Maybe it can move up, anything can move up 1 or 2 days. But the best stories are, like Nestle, almost 10,000, Unilever, where there are no problems and, high quality money just keeps on getting attracted there. Don't try to be overexcited and, try to pick value. We all know what happened with Manpasand, etc. So try to stay clear at the moment when the market mood isn't very good.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much, Ashwini, for joining in and giving us all those trading strategies. We'll touch base with you as the day progresses. By the way, just keep an eye out on Bhushan Steel. Now, there was various queries that were received, whether or not there is value now or not. We had the details coming in from Tata Steel. The stock had, moved from around that 25 mark all the way to around 48 today. Now, from the top, it seems that, in fact, there is some selling pressure. Most on the street, just going by the numbers, believe that now that everything is out there, maybe, in fact, the value is not really there for equity shareholders, at least of now. Maybe in the years to come, there would be some value. But just going by those valuations, they're taking around 72% stake for around 160 crores odd. That doesn't give the current shareholders too much to play with. And today, in fact, suddenly from seeing numerous upper circuits, you pull up the last 1 month chart, you'll see that for maybe 10, 15 trading sessions, the stock was continuously on upper circuit. But now, in fact, suddenly from the highs of today, that stock has moved to the low point of the day. Look at it. It's up nearly around 80% from that 22, 23 odd mark. So just keep an eye out on that front. Remember, equity shareholders, going by the current details, there's not much on the table for you. But maybe in the years to come, that's after the integration and maybe, in fact, something happens. But as of the details we have right now, equity shareholders be extremely careful in terms of, the likes of Bhushan Steel.
No, absolutely, Nigel. The point that you made can be perhaps extended to the other IBC cases as well. The likes of Ruchi Soya, that one should come off for you weaker in trade today. And, at the start of this year at around 3.5 rupees, if you thought Alok Industries is offering value, well, pull up that chart. Currently, it is down 50% year to date, trading at 1.5 rupees a piece. So just keep an eye out on this. A lot of people say that maybe there would be value, but is there value for equity holders or not is the big question.
And Ruchi Soya Mangalam, we have been keeping on making this point. Whoever takes over them, the finance costs that they're paying is nearly around 2x of what the market cap was. The finance cost is more than 800 crores. So just keep that in mind when you're trading all these stocks.
Just as we speak, a live indicator of this phenomenon, Hotel Leela should come up for you. There was the news flash with regards to them issuing some equity to JM Fin. The stock went up about 7% and now it's off the high point of the day. So just keep an eye out on that. Retail, beware. With that, we'll take a short break but continue our Friday discussion forward. Som Distilleries, on the back of their fundraising plans, we'll get you the management. J.K. Arora, the chairman of the company, joins us on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back. The stock on our radar is Som Distilleries. They have announced fundraising plans. To discuss this, we have J.K. Arora, the chairman of the company, who joins us on the phone line. Thanks a lot, Mr. Arora, for joining in. Cheers this Monday morning. You have plans to raise about 150 or 100 crore rupees via a preferential issue of equity shares. Why exactly are you raising this money, sir?
This is exactly for the expansion of the existing capacities and the acquisition for this thing. You know?
Acquisition? What acquisition is this?
This acquisition we may announce maybe 15 days down the line.
Okay.
But this acquisition is worth around 80 crores or so.
Okay, Mr. Arora, two-part question. One is you're saying you're looking to increase your current capacity, right? What is your current capacity? What will it go to? And also, in terms of this acquisition, what will it add in terms of capacities?
You see, at present, including Karnataka, we have about 1.5 million capacity.
Okay.
Which we are going to do is about 2.5 million in our existing capacities.
2.5 million. This is including your acquisition, or this is excluding the acquisition?
No. Excluding acquisition.
Okay.
The acquisition would be around 0.5 million. So we are looking to have it around 3 million cases capacity.
So you'll double your capacity after getting this 100 crores. You'll double your capacity via.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, almost.
What geography is this acquisition that you're looking at? Because a large part of your revenues are based out of Karnataka itself. So any geographical diversification that this acquisition will make?
You see, presently we are in central India, and the new greenfield which has come up in the south of the country, and this is on the another side. I can tell you this much only. This is on the other side of the
Which
country.
other side, sir? North, south, east, west? I mean, because you are central and you have presence in south. So is it north, east, or west?
Yeah. Kindly bear it with another 15 days. We will tell you the exact.
So, but which side, sir, is it on, sir?
Size is about 0.5 million.
Which side of India, sir? Which side of India is it on? You are saying you're in.
I request, this is a very small industry.
Okay.
This is only, so give us little time. So
Sir, give us a teaser now, one small shot at least, a scan.
I'm telling you the exact how much we are going to expand.
Okay, and this is beer itself, right, Mr. Arora?
Yes.
Okay. The other part, sir, is that you're raising around 100 crores. I think 36 crores is what you'll be issuing to the promoters, right? The promoter holding is at around 23%. When you joined us the last time, you said you're looking to increase your stake in the company. So post this pref, it will go to what, 25%?
You see, we have got a limitation of SEBI of not causing the 25%.
Why?
Because they, for their own rules, I do not know.
There's no such rule. Promoters can buy up to 4.99% every year. So you are at 23%.
Yeah, that is a creeping acquisition.
Okay.
Which is the thing for which we are in touch of SEBI. Once we get that permission, probably we will do that. But presently, since this 100 crore is coming, so we do not want to dilute our strength.
Okay.
So simultaneously, we are also putting in more than 35 crores to maintain our share.
But you are definitely putting in more than what your current holding is. So out of 100, you are putting in 36, whereas currently you are owning 23% of the company, right? So by virtue of this, the promoter stake will go up. How much will it go up by, Mr. Arora?
Whatever we go up, but we have to be within 25%. Na?
Okay, there is some kind of mandate that SEBI has told you all that you cannot go over 25%?
Yes. Unless some formalities are pending. So
some formalities are pending. So this is a one-off case, sir, because otherwise you can buy 5% with no issue at all. So you're saying there is some kind of issue that is pending. So that's why, in fact, you can't go over 25%, correct?
Yeah. That some clearances are pending with that.
And who are these Who are these institutions you're issuing these preferential shares to, sir? Because this is a fair amount of equity that you are diluting.
Yes, actually, we are, as I said, we are not diluting, but we are adding the equity. So this thing, the letter of intent is already in place.
Okay.
So that 100 crore is coming in. So simultaneously, not to dilute our equity.
Okay.
We are putting in.
And by the second half of this year, this acquisition should get closed out?
I hope so, yes.
Okay, and very quickly, sir,
yes.
before we let you go, last year you did 40% growth on the top line. This year you're looking at 50% growth, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
In the 2 months, the growth is similar. The growth is 40 to 50% is all for these 2 months. The sales are on that line only.
Okay.
It's not going to be less than that. Probably it may be little more than that. Yeah.
And you've done roughly, what, 200,000 cases of Hunter beer so far in FY19?
Yes, this is the 2 million cases we have done this year. And this year we have a plan to do it 5 million cases.
Okay, Mr. Arora, then after 15 days, we'll meet up with you for another chilled one. So we'll want to know further details.
Most welcome.
And all the best.
I'm also excited to share it with you. Give us 15 days, yeah.
All right, sir. Cheers. All the best, sir. In the next 15 days, we'll want further details on why exactly you're doing this and possibly which geography is this acquisition from. Well, on that note then, the Nifty is looking actually rather nervous. We did see a bit of a pullback, but any kind of pullback as well is getting sold into. So that's a little worrying actually, because any sort of buying that we're seeing is getting a bit of a knock. We have SBI that's moved to the low point of the day. IndusInd Bank as well has slipped a tad bit, Mangalam.
But you guys were talking about beer. A person like me will just enjoy the crisps that come on the side.
Yeah, with me.
And okay, so Jubilant Food, that stock should come up for you. There was nervousness that maybe the promoters are looking to sell stake and all of that. There was a bulk deal that took place. Turned out to be a mutual fund buy-sell.
In the break, I'll tell you 5 reasons, Mangalam, why it's gone up. But they're pure rumors.
Okay, fine. So we'll keep an eye out on that. That stock is at the high point of the day. With that, slip into a short break. Come back. We get you more on the markets and individual stocks. Stay with us. All right, the stock on our radar is Dr. Reddy's on the back of some good news with regards to their Srikakulam facility. Ekta?
Well, important news coming in for Dr. Reddy's, but it's important to clarify that this is not the Srikakulam unit which has a warning letter on it. It is a different unit. So this is not the unit which has the Copaxone filing from. This is basically an SEZ API unit which is in the Srikakulam area, which was inspected by the US FDA and issued 0 observations. Remember that this particular plant was inspected all the way back in April of 2017 as well, and was cleared without any observations at that point in time as well. But nonetheless, it is positive in the larger scheme of things. It means that Dr. Reddy's is probably progressing towards a better regulatory landscape as compared to before. They do still have the warning letter which is outstanding on 2 of their facilities. So that is an important aspect to watch out for. Maybe the trend is what people are more positive on now.
Okay, all right, Ekta, thanks so much for that. But let's go across to Sonal. She is standing by and she's going to tell us all the stocks and the news today. Hey, Sonal.
Hi Nigel. Well, I'll start with Whirlpool, where the company has acquired 49% stake in Elica PB India Private Limited for a cash consideration of 162 crore rupees. And Nirmal Bang says that this acquisition is positive and it will help the company to expand its market share, and also it will deliver faster growth in the cooking business segment for the company. That's why the stock is holding up in green. VST Tillers, that has reported weak set of auto sales number for the month of May 2018. Tractor sales, they have gone down by 12% on a YOY basis. Power tiller sales, they have also gone down by around 6% on a YOY basis. Let's hop on to Hero MotoCorp then. Good set of numbers after long. Sales are higher than Nomura expectations of 6.9 lakhs. Sales are up 11% on a YOY basis, and the management says that they are expecting an uptick in the market going forth and expect this growth momentum to continue. Now we speak about Munjal Showa. You have been highlighting about this stock. It derives 75% of its revenues from Hero MotoCorp and trades at less than 10 times its trailing earnings, and that's why in a weak market even that stock is doing well. Back to you.
All right, Sonal, with that it's a wrap on Chartbusters, but you stay tuned to CNBC TV18. Trading Hour comes up next.